Hello everybody and welcome back to Pokemon Through the Years. In the last episode we did some Team Aqua stuff, and that means that in this episode it's time to do some Team Magma stuff. This is the weirdest fucking thing in the universe, having to go here after getting the emblem from Team Aqua and all that kind of stuff, but I did get some more Great Balls, no Ultra Balls sadly, and we're going to encounter a new Pokemon here, and Persian is a Pokemon we already have had, apparently I don't remember. Do we have Strength? We do not have Strength. Where do you get Strength? Damn it. We don't have Strength. Let me go fix that. Apparently we've not done this side quest yet, and apparently I didn't have a Rock Smash user anymore either. Level 6 Articuno, that's cute. Yeah, you need to smash this boulder and then this dude gives you Strength. Apparently we hadn't done that yet. I had no idea. But now we need to give Strength to somebody. And it's got 80 base power, which is actually not that bad. So maybe we want to give that to Tien, because Tien still has Pound anyway. And Strength is just literally twice as good as Pound. So I think that's not actually a bad thing to have at all. Also, I did end up giving Fly to Blaze because I don't want to be running around the entire region all the time and wasting my time on that. Especially since we're going to have to do quite a bit of running around the region in the upcoming episodes, because we need to go to here and then back to Lily Cove and then to whatever the island is called with Taylor and Lisa on it, and then to Sootopolis, and then to Sky Pillar, and then back to Sootopolis, and then it's all a big mess we have to go through. So I could have sworn we had a Weeping Bell, right? I think we did. So let's just assume that Victory Bell is a Dupe's Claws. Mawile, on the other hand, definitely is not a Dupe's Claws. It's also not a Pokemon I particularly want, because we can't even get a Mega Mawile, because that is Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, which we're not going to be playing. I guess... Is Mega Evolution... Oh, you died. Never mind. Is Mega Evolution a thing in Gen 7? I think it is. Right? Did Mega Evolution only exist in Gen 6, or did it also exist in Gen 7 and then get removed in Gen 8? I know it's not in Gen 8. I know none of the previous generation mechanics are in Gen 8. I don't exactly know if Mega Evolution is in Gen 7 though. It might be. And if it is, I could... Well, I'd still need the Mawile Mega Stone, which definitely would be a post-game thing, so really wouldn't matter too much either way. And I don't think Mega Evolution exists in Gen 7 anyway, so it doesn't matter at the end of the day. But that would be the only possible way for me to get a Mega Mawile. It's literally in the Rocket episode. This is a different catch list, I do believe. But we're just not going to count that as Pinwheel Claws, because that feels a little bit cheap. Also, I don't particularly need a Sentru. That being said, Sunslash isn't actually that bad, and that's an Ampharos, so let's go into Deus. I don't know when Deus gets Muddy Water. I think Deus should get Muddy Water at some point. This, fun fact, is also the place where I got my first ever shiny Pokemon. This, not this specific map, but in the Magma Hideout in general, I think. It was on this map, maybe? It was on the map with the lava on it. And that's a Fluffy. Wow. That's where I got my first shiny Pokemon, and it was a Geodude. And I actually had that Geodude turn into a Golem, and then I sent that Golem to Gen 4. And I don't know what happened with it after that, because I do not have it anymore. But that was my very first ever shiny, and... I'm using the speed button a lot here because it's a fairly big map with nothing going on. So yes, I'm abusing the speed button. No, I don't feel bad about it. It does fuck up the music a little bit though, but you're not here to listen to the music. You're here to listen to me ramble about my life, which is probably as painful to your ears as this music, honestly. That was all for a single rare candy. It's a good thing that I used the speed button for that, otherwise it would have been a colossal waste of time. Now it's just a minor waste of time. It's not a waste of time, I guess, with getting a rare candy. But we don't particularly need a rare candy, because we are, as it is, a little bit on the over-leveled side. And the maxi fight I think we're going to have to do today is going to be ridiculously easy as it is, because it's going to be the lower leveled one. It's this specific map is where I got the shiny Geodude, and as a matter of fact, I know maybe not the exact tile where I got it, but I got it's in one of the tiles below here. I think if I run into a shiny, I think it was like one of these two tiles I got it at. But it's been a while, so don't quote me on the exact tile there, but it's along those lines anyway. I'm kind of hoping to run into a shiny here again, because that would be like nice and poetic in a way. It's not going to happen. Well, I guess it could happen, right? Oh no, it's an Abra! It's dead. Mickey's almost level 40 as well. I probably should switch to somebody else to lead the party, but Mickey is just... Mickey is cleaning up. He's really doing good work with Thunderbolt. But yeah, let's switch out for... I guess Cerberus sooner or later will need some experience, so might as well. The reason I was leading with Mickey, by the way, is the same reason I could have been leading with Carl, I suppose, is because I'm not doing that. You are a dark type though, aren't you? You are. Is because he has a really high speed stat, and as such will allow me to run away from wild Pokemon. We're doing a little bit of switch training with our overleveled Pokemon, because why not? You're a Psychic type, you will just die to a slash. You didn't die. You did get a bit of damage though, and look how little damage that did. That's not because Carl is very bulky, that's just because the Vibrava is very pathetic. I'm liking all these Psychic types. And just generally weak Pokemon. That's not a generally weak Pokemon, and I'm sorry, I have to go into Mickey. I guess I could have gone into Deus, actually. Deus has Surf, which might have actually done... I don't want to say what would have done more damage. It might have done more damage. Well, it's up in the air if that would have done more damage. With the Mystic Water, actually, that definitely would have done more damage. I keep forgetting that Deus has the Mystic Water. That was on cast form, which wasn't a cast form when we got it. Okay. You, my friend, have Groudon, but also a very weak team. I think you have a weak team. Magma Leader 100 Gax is sending out a level 24 Shuppet. This is the fight we were supposed to do a couple of episodes ago, before the the clusterfuck that was the 4th gym. And this is going to be very easy for me right now. So excuse me as I just make my way through this with the speed button, because nobody gives a shit about this fight, and Cerberus could really use a little bit more experience, and Altaria. You know what, I'm going to say with Altaria, just because, well, not with Altaria, but for Altaria. Just because, what is he going to do to me? I'm 11 levels higher. There's no way he can even touch me. That being said, I would very much like to have a fire type move right about now, which I still don't. Yeah, that was not threatening at all. So let's go to the Aqua team base, which should be a lot more dangerous for me to get around. And that's an escape rope. I don't think I need an escape rope here. Would have been nice if I could catch the Misdreavers, but every single area in here has a different catch list, so it feels a little bit cheap to use that as an excuse to get it. Same with Gligar. Would have been kind of nice to have the Gligar, but honestly, not that big of a deal. And now we're back here, which I don't exactly know where we are. So you know what we do? We go use that escape rope we just got, which is where exactly? I've got 3 escape ropes. I don't know where I got all of those. But let's fly back to Lily Cove City. I think that's where we need to go now, right? And, okay, I'm going to stop using the speed button now because we've done this shit while we were over leveled. Let's calm down a little bit now. We've still got at least like 20 minutes left in this episode, and I don't want to finish the entire Aqua hideout within 10 minutes as well. If that's where we're supposed to go next, that is. I am not actually 100% sure about that one. Might be. It's not. Oh, yeah, I know where we're supposed to go. Exactly. This is why you want Fly in this point, at this point in the game, because we want to go all the way back to Slayport now. Yeah, we need to go to the Slayport, well, port. Then we mash through this entire thing. Because he wants a submarine, and now we can go to the Aqua Island. I said I wasn't going to use the speed button. I meant I wasn't going to use the speed button for, like, going through the dungeon or the hideout. But really, that's just, like, a dungeon. I will use it to go through dialogue, because nobody gives a shit about dialogue. At least not in Pokemon. At least not in Pokemon Emerald. Like, at least not 15 years after the game was initially released. I am going to try to not fight too many of the grunts, mostly because I don't want to overlevel even more than I already am. And I found a max elixir. Okay, so there might be a little bit speed button use here, because the teleporting animation takes a little while and you can't run here, with both of which are really kind of annoying. I don't know what teleport tiles go where though, so this should be a very interesting... okay. This part is the part I was talking about when I said we might use a speed button a little bit, because obvious reasons. Damn it! Okay, this leads to the Master Ball, I think, and our encounter for this area as well, because these are 3 electrodes usually. Right now they're going to be turned into Pupitar, which I already had one. Right now they're going to be turned into Celio. I don't think I have a sphere. I'm fairly sure I don't. So unless it's a critical hit and I kill the Celio. Kind of asked for that one, didn't I? Kind of asked for that one. Might as well check what the... Oh, the last one is a nugget. So, yeah, that was a bit of a bummer. We have the Master Ball, though. So, if we run into something that we really, really want, like, not a legendary Pokemon, because we've been running into a lot of wild legendaries in this series, no speed button. No speed button. We'll speed button through the animation, though. Plusle and Kingdra. If we run into another Latios, or a Mewtwo, or a Rayquaza, or a whatever legendary Pokemon, we'll be able to use the Master Ball on, which... We don't actually have a lot of chances anymore to run into one. I mean, we've got like 4 sea routes, Sky Pillar, technically Evergrande City, and the Victory Road are 2 different places. I guess in Pacific Log you can also encounter Pokemon. And then you've also got the underwater routes. But I'm going to just catch one Pokemon underwater, because they're all defined as underwater. Something, I think. Or they might just be defined as their route. But I think that they are definitely like the different maps and stuff, so... I'm just going to go in one dive spot and catch a Pokemon there. I'm not going to go throughout the entire region, find every single dive spot and do it that way. Because that way I would be able to catch a lot of Pokemon. And if anything, this generation has been very useful for limiting the amount of Pokemon we'll be taken into Gen 4. In both Gen 1, obviously, and also Gen 2, we had more Pokemon when we exited the generation than when we entered. This generation, I feel like that's going to be the other way around. We started this generation with about a box and like, I think 36 or 37 Pokemon in total. I think we're going to end this generation with under a box of Pokemon left. That is my prediction, anyway. So, and counteracting that by cheesing our way into getting a lot of encounters, I don't think we should do that, honestly. We could, and we would have at least decent reasoning to do so. I don't want to say good reasoning, but at least decent reasoning to do so. And we got another Nest Ball. Fantastic. But I don't want to do that. I want to keep it a little bit challenging, because we started this generation with way too many Pokemon, right? I want to have a little bit of a a little bit of danger. Remember when I say a little bit of danger, you throw a Poliwag at my face. Why do you feel the need to do that? And one more double battle, I think, before the end of the hideout. I think we're coming close to the end of the hideout. I know that I'm using the speed button, but look at these fights. They're pathetic. It's a goddamn Weedle and a Rosalia. It's not even... I can't even pretend to be scared. I literally cannot. Are you an admin? You are an admin. That's Aqua Admin Matt. Has a Gloom. I'm sorry, he had a Gloom. He still has one. Now he had a Gloom. And Cerberus is also level 38. And he has a Celebi. So I'm going to stay in here because Celebis are literally... Both his typings are weak to both of my typings. He's literally the perfect foil. Well, the perfect victim, I should say, for Cerberus. And I think that leaves me with a new route to catch a Pokemon on before we end of this episode. It's going to be a bit of a shorter episode as a result, but honestly, let's just do this entire route because we have the time. And that is a Grumpig, actually. I like to have you on my team. I had to try. I really didn't have to try. I wanted to try. But let's go to... We might actually have enough time to go into the Shell Cave as well. Don't fight me, thank you. Somehow, I seem to remember this route actually being 2 routes. I think this turns into a different route. Hello, Jolteon. I almost had one of you, but then I got Mickey. Talking about Cerberus being a little bit over-leveled, let's lead with Carl to just get him a little bit more levels as well. These are dive spots. I don't have dive yet, obviously. But I think we are fairly close to... I still don't know what the name of the city is here. Which is really bothering me. Moss Deep. It's Moss Deep. Usually you can get a Beldum here. Wait a second. You can get a free Beldum in Moss Deep. You can get a free Beldum in here. I don't know if you can get it yet. But you can get it in Steven's house, usually. I think you get it after defeating Team Aqua in the space center thingy. But you do get a free Pokemon here. So, even if we can't catch anything at all in this episode, which we still have like 2 areas to catch something in, and let's go get some Ultra Balls here. 10 should be enough. We're running a little bit low on money because I've been wasting so many goddamn Ultra Balls. Yeah, so even if we can't catch anything in the areas we'll be going to today... Which, is this a different route, actually? Let me check. I don't think it is. It might be. Yeah, that's definitely a different route. That's Route 125. So we can catch a new Pokemon on this route as well, which I didn't even consider up until now. So... It's a Togetic. It's also level 18. Let's see if we can damage it without killing it. Or without killing myself, that is. Let's switch out. Carl, you're officially useless. Does Dayu still have a weak move? I mean, he's got Slam, which is not that good. I was gonna say. It's good enough to take it out, apparently. Let's go into the Shell Cave, which is actually high tides right now, which means that we can't get to the icy parts. Which doesn't matter because everything is randomized anyway, and I don't care. I literally do not care about Chansey. I know that's maybe not a very smart move on my part, just letting a Pokemon go away like that, but... Boys! We got a Lugia! Hell yeah! We got a Lugia! I'm gonna be doing some grinding between episodes, because Lugia is definitely What was the name of the baby Lugia in the anime again? I think, was it just Silver? I think it was just Silver. We're going to call it Silver either way. The Lugia is going to be on the team. Obviously. We're going to add Lugia to the team. I'm going to look up what level Tate and Lisa are at, and I'm going to level up to that level. Just do a little bit of grinding. I do realize that we need to also do the space program thing. Not space program thing. We need to do another Team Aqua event here. But we'll be doing that next episode, I think. It's a little bit of a shorter episode than usual, I am aware. But I'm not going to the gym right now. Let's see, actually, let's see. If we can do the thing before we go into the gym. Yeah, we might be able to. I don't think we will. No, this is all safe until we beat the gym. So we need to do the gym first, and I have no idea what levels those Pokemon are going to be at. It's going to be a tough gym though, because it's going to be a double battle gym, and usually they don't have that many Pokemon, but they're going to have 3 Pokemon each now. I hope they don't have 6 each. I know that's how it works in Generation 6 when you do the randomizer. Each trainer has 6 Pokemon, so in a double battle you're actually fighting 12 Pokemon, which is insane. I think that's not how it works in this generation. I think it's just going to be 6 Pokemon in total, 3 each. But they're all going to be very powerful Pokemon. Well, they might not be very powerful Pokemon, but they have good IVs, and we're getting very late into the gyms. So they might have some more battle items as well. And generally speaking, they're going to be more difficult to deal with. So I'm going to grind to a decent level. I'm going to build the team to be more balanced than it is now. Or more overpowered, depending on your perspective. Probably just more overpowered. I'm going to add Lugia instead of Carl. That's pretty much what's happening here, because I'm kind of happy with the rest of the team. Although I'm not having a grass type, I pretty much have everything I want. Or a dragon type, I guess. I would also like a dragon type, or a psychic type. There's a lot of things that I actually don't have. But I can pretty much deal with anything, and Carl, as you've seen today, is fast, but doesn't do a lot of damage, unless it's against a Latios, and doesn't take damage very well. So Carl isn't really a good fit for the team, and as a result, she's already... I keep saying he, because Carl is a very male name, it's a female Pokemon. Is already getting left behind in the levels, because I'm just not using it. So that's going to get replaced by Silver. But we will be doing that next episode. Until then, do not forget to leave a like. Doing it again. I've been Vlogger. You've been awesome. As always. Bye.